back.
Now, did we get cut off? We're starting over.
Your video is blocked and can't be viewed in 249 locations. What the hell does that mean?
We've just been blocked in Russia.
Did Facebook kick us off? I don't know.
Why
Well,
would they kick us off? We didn't do anything.
all right. Our new video is now up there.
All right.
So we're going to try this without, maybe it was the music. It could have been the music.
Oh.
It could be.
Now you can't play that.
I don't know. Facebook is, I don't know. Sometimes they're picky about stuff like that. So we're back live.
Okay, yeah.
We won't play any music.
Yeah. We won't infringe on any copyrights.
Right.
Play it at the end.
Right. We'll play it.
We won't curse, you son of a bitch.
Right.
Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg.
It's the worst.
Anyway, we are here. We
need Musker to buy this one too.
Yeah, really. Where's Elon Musk when you need him?
Right. So we are sorry about that.
We appreciate it that you came back.
Yes. Everybody, it looks like everybody came right back.
All right, I will accept F. Crosby, but I will not accept Crosby sucks because he doesn't suck and he scores 3 seconds after everybody chants Crosby sucks.
Right.
It's a dumb chant. Listen, they pay their good money. They're allowed to chant what they want, but it obviously doesn't shake him or get under his skin. So why the hell are we chanting it? And then he scores and shoves it up our, well, what can I say on Facebook? Our
bazoo.
Yeah.
Shoves it up our bazoo.
Our bazoo every time. So F him, but don't, it never works. OV sucks, Crosby sucks, Alfredson sucks, and they all score against us.
Right.
All right. So anyway.
Stop honoring opposing players. I get enough of it on MSG.
Yes. And Jim, I can't believe you must be a masochist. You watched the MSG broadcast.
I did.
What can you give me a little bit synopsis of what went over on that clown show?
Well, they were surprisingly critical of the referees not calling penalties on the Rangers, and then acknowledged the fans mock cheering when they finally did call a penalty.
Okay.
And they did call Jeff Carter's hit on Igor unnecessary.
Well,
that's unnecessary, Joe.
Well, yeah. Well, their Ranger broadcasters should always be biased, but of course they were unbiased.
Now, what did you think of the hit?
I thought Igor stuck his foot out.
See, that's what a lot of
First of all, it was a bad handoff between him and Fox, got all jumbled up. And Igor stuck his foot out. Jeff Carter's not that type of player. And I watched the replay like 4 or 5 times, and I thought he stuck his foot out. I mean, I love Igor Shesterkin, but I mean, we could watch it here. I mean, you want to break it down? You want to take it down to street level? We'll watch it here.
I'm going to keep the audio off, though, because I don't want to get, I don't want to infringe on anybody's spoken for fringes here.
What are you talking about?
I don't want, we don't want to infringe.
Infringe on? Oh, you mean get kicked off by these
right? Because this has got the playing YouTube videos on YouTube has gotten us in trouble too. Don't ask me how the fuck you do that.
Yeah, but here
we kick the guys off YouTube for playing a YouTube video, huh?
Hey, let's chant it. Chant it. We're rogues.
All right, so you want to go with audio?
Nah, we don't have to go with audio. I don't care.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
Oh, you mean audio only?
No. The video. I was going to show the video without audio.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck it. We'll just play it. Let's just do it.
Letang kept it in. Shesterkin back in the net. Left it for Fox. Well fired around the boards, and then Shesterkin is down. He was bumped by Carter, and everyone's going to go after Carter in the corner. And Shesterkin will.
I thought our season was over. I mean, you see this. I mean, you know, like JD once said about Gretzky, call a coroner.
playing taps. Oh, I saw too. I
Get a
got
little attention here.
I was just hold.
See, I kind of think that Carter is I don't know. Fox gives you every impression that he's going to head towards the opposite side of towards the Discover sign, whereas Carter is
Right there,
bearing
right there.
down on Igor. I feel like
But right there, look at Fox and Igor. There's a miscommunication there.
right.
And I think Shesterkin's like, am I going to be able to get back in the net at this point?
Now I understand we're talking. This is all in a manner of a nanosecond, but I still feel like he's. I don't know. I still feel like he's making a beeline for Igor. Maybe I'm wrong,
I saw slow-mo.
but I think Fox is giving every impression that he's going in the opposite direction, and Carter just decides that he's going to skate in a straight line to Igor. Maybe I'm wrong.
I saw closer looks at it than that one. It looks like Carter initiated contact. But I saw a closer look. Again, Jeff Carter is not that type of player. So, even though things were getting fiery, I mean, that's just, everybody sees it different.
He hasn't moved much. He's laid in the same exact place as. He's got to be careful these guys don't come back, Nemeth, and fall on the.
I don't think he's faking it.
Who were laying on that goal line.
I don't know. He got up pretty quick. I mean, not right here. When he talks to the trainer, he's like, I was taking a run.
With Rodriguez in the first period.
TNT was much
And
better.
Shesterkin went down.
I mean, the between periods was terrible on
Looks like
TNT,
Jeff
but
Carter might have come
the
back and
broadcast.
Shesterkin skate, and that'll
Yep.
be the end of the night for
Look
Carter.
at these
There
guys.
you go. There it is.
Double
I
barrel.
didn't throw that on MSG.
What?
Wow. Are these the Pittsburgh announcers?
This is Sportsnet.
Oh,
There you go. Right there.
I
wish
That looks like Justin a little bit. Justin, were you at the game? I bet you Justin would have done that too.
And is that Jay of the Dead next to him there on the left?
I don't
And
know.
Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of weird people. That guy with that haircut. I
and
know
is that
big.
Zendaya? Is that Zendaya with the Liberty jersey on?
It's some guy, Chia Pet head.
Fuck you. Look at him. Fuck you. All
All
right, get the camera off that guy's face.
Let's see. Okay, here we go.
All right, so there's
Let's
miscommunication.
look. See the skate? That left
He literally
pad.
steps in front of him.
I mean, listen, I'm not rooting for the Penguins.
He's giving Adam Fox a bit of a break there,
And he throws the stick. And
he's
now he's reaching for the. I think this is a little bit of an embellishment.
Yeah.
But when it happened, my heart was in my throat. I was like, oh, God, it's over.
Right. That's it. That's it.
I'm like, now I got to watch Louis Domingue versus Georgiev.
Alexander Georgiev, right.
He had, I'm not going to argue the call. What everybody thinks, that's fine. I mean, that's just my opinion. And Rangers win. I don't, it's all good with me.
Rangers win and he wasn't hurt.
That's right. And if you join us late, we think Barclay Goodrow is out for the series or more. We haven't had any confirmation.
Right. He's decade to decade at this point.
And the Rangers still wind up giving up like 40 shots. So they got to get that shot total lower. I know they had a lot of power plays, and you guys almost had me at the Pittsburgh conspiracy in the first period when Crosby got away with something, and I'm like, here we go. I'm going to start believing this Pittsburgh conspiracy. But then it settled down. Yeah, I thought some of the penalties were, to use the words of Mike Keenan in the 94 conference finals, were fictitious. Patrick Nemeth. It was even on Pittsburgh, there was a penalty where the guy got a cross-checking. It was like, come on. This is the playoffs.
Nemeth, where he literally just like went like that.
Yeah. That was so
Talking about
I know this is going to start a chain of, yeah. I know this is going to start a chain of chat. Nemeth sucks. We got to get him out of here. But you know what?
He does and we do. Oh, wait, what? He's not good.
So
I was okay with Justin Braun last night. I thought he played fine.
I give him big ups because I think these
He goofed on that Crosby goal, but I was, what are you going to do?
the Rangers got caught puck watching on that whole exchange.
Yeah.
Nobody takes the body against this guy. That's all you got to do is that, you eliminate a lot of his goals from just taking the body. But they were puck watching. Of course, they focused on Panarin, who didn't do anything on the back check. They were trying to set some narrative on TNT, actually, that Panarin was like not defensively responsible. But I could care less if he gets 3 assists or a goal and 2 assists. He's not there to play defense. The defensemen are.
Now, before we dive into the rest of the game, I want to go back to the hit real quick on Igor. How are you on the response?
Of what?
The response to Igor getting run into.
You know the answer to that? Not enough.
Okay. We're simpatico.
I knew we were going to be that way because you got to protect your goaltender in the playoffs. This guy is the guy.
Right. He is the only guy on the roster they can't win without.
You got the pieces in place to respond, and Ryan Reeves. Why isn't he just throwing punches?
I said to Jen, I said that the end of the game should look like Slapshot.
Yeah.
Every player. I mean, we're supposed to be. It's all about getting tougher to play against. Where was it? I mean, somebody should have just been getting wailed on, and it didn't happen. If Reeves, if there's 2 referees in front of Reeves, okay, fine. That leaves 4 other Rangers and only 2 other referees to hold them back. Somebody's got to get to somebody.
Somebody should have ran their goaltender. They're low on goaltenders. Ryan Reeves should be targeting everybody. What is he on the fucking team for? Excuse my language. Fuck.
I mean, I'm sorry. I did not think there was some scrum, but I mean, where's the tough to play against? Where's the I don't care how you feel about the hit. Your goalie's on his ass. You see,
that's right.
You see guys lay legal hits all the time that there's nothing wrong with, and it still turns into a fight. So why doesn't a questionable hit turn into a fight? Somebody should have gotten an ass beaten last night.
That's right. I can name a couple guys on the team. They should be pissed off, not just for that, but totally about. If you didn't go back to the regular season, you remember that, I think it was the last game they played at the Garden? The Rangers were trying to celebrate at center ice, and the Penguins wouldn't get off the ice, and they kind of interrupted that shit. My wife reminded me of that. They got to fight. Come on, man. Where's the animosity? Where's the payback? And you're right. They should have, Matt Morello, too. He should have fought right after that. He should have just taken any one of those. He should take Malkin and punch him right in the mush.
And they did. Now, Reeves, I think that happened, I think, if I want to say about a minute to go, maybe a little more. And Reeves was on the ice. And then Reeves got off the ice. And then there was a whistle. And with, I think, 24 seconds, Reeves got back out on the ice. And he's literally just standing up along the board. He's standing against the boards. And his eyes are just going back and forth, back and forth. And I'm just thinking he's just sizing up who he's going to beat the shit out of. And then the game ends, U2 plays, and they get off the ice. And I'm like, what are you here for? I mean, yeah, it's great. The guys are fucking wrecking ball. That's great. Okay, flies around in the first period of game 1. He hits everything in sight, 19 hits. And then by the third overtime, everybody's out of gas like Clubber Lang. But if he's not pummeling somebody to a pulp in that situation, then when will he?
Never. I mean, what does it got to get? I mean, Shesterkin is the season, is the playoffs right there. And I hate the excuse, well, no one wants to fight him. Sorry. You just grab the guy by the jersey, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
That's it.
If a guy doesn't defend himself or does the Alexander Semin slap fight, well, that's on him. That's not on Ryan Reeves.
That's right. The guy's got a plexiglass thing to shield now. So I agree with you. I was not happy with that response, but I was so elated by the Rangers' victory, I couldn't hold it against them. but they better have these memories, these in the recall there, and you gotta do things like that especially in the playoffs.
I'm saying we should forget what
And that guy Pedersen continues. I hate his face. I hate the way he looks. That Evan Rodriguez looks like Greg McKegg's ugly brother, which that's saying a lot.
Right.
Don't get me steamed, but
Don't get me steamed, Alice.
don't get me steamed.
Don't get me steamed because I'm already steamed.
Yeah, like Matt Z says, they should have broke his leg like that guy who jumped Chappelle on stage.
Fine. Jen just brought up. They kept talking about how after game one and Gallant talking to the team about just forget it, move on. And I'm like, is it really? Do we really want to forget? Because you know what they say about people who forget history,
Right,
right?
they're doomed to repeat it.
Right. I don't want to hear that they're just forgetting about it and moving on. I want to hear that they've learned from it and moved on.
Especially with a young team.
I mean, let's use a little common sense here, Maui.
I mean, listen, Gallant, I don't know. Listen, he got the Rangers to a victory last night. The Dryden Hunt and the who else did they inject into the lineup? Well, you mentioned Lloyd Braun there. Braun, I think, and I was going to say this, and I'm sure anyone who's played defense out there knows that he's playing on his offside, which I don't care what Gallant says, it's not normal. It's a very hard adjustment for a defenseman. And he keeps saying, oh, he plays inexperienced. He'll play wherever he plays. Yeah, he'll play, but to do it effectively, which I think he did last night, I tip my cap to him.
I think he's been fairly effective every time he's played. His first game as a Ranger was a little rough.
Not great, but
it was rough. But I think he's been fine since then. And, with Lindgren out, and I haven't heard if Lindgren's playing tomorrow night. And don't ask the coach because he don't know. He don't know the score. He don't know who's out. He don't know who's playing. He thought Jamie Ram was in goal last night for the Rangers. I mean, he don't know what's going on.
The absent-minded professor over there.
Exactly. He's flubber.
He's flubber. I mean, come on, man. Another reference that's like 30 years old.
You just gave Sean McCaff the Photoshop for his next blog, The Absent-Minded Professor.
I got to tell you, some of his Photoshops have been great lately.
Yeah.
I think
he must have hired somebody.
Nah, I hope not.
Lindgren is still a game time decision, according to the great DB Maven.
Ah. Okay.
Goodrow's on a ventilator in the ICU.
Oh boy.
broken ankle.
Yeah.
I got a message from a guy that I didn't really work with him, but he worked with another company, and the department I worked in, we worked with them kind of a little bit, and he was a big Penguins fan. So of course he messaged me the other day, but he actually watches the show occasionally because he thinks we're funny. And so hello, Dan Rock, if you're watching. But he messaged me after game one and said, if this is any indication, this is going to be a long, fun series. And then he messaged me this morning, and he said something like, that was a shellacking last night. He goes, but I want you to know that after watching your show, he goes, I am now rooting for Brian fucking Boyle to score a goal.
That's so
I thought that was funny.
Well,
All
what
right.
I liked about the TNT broadcast is that Bryce Salvador, who is usually a devil on ice guy, immediately he's got that devil stink all over him, and I'm not going to like what he says. He is going off on how Adam Fox is making Brian Boyle look like a fool. He fell down like 3 times, Boyle, trying to react to Fox. It was great. So it was amazing, an amazing game. But the boys came to play. They came out again in the first period, again, and more hitting.
Yeah, but not. I thought they paced themselves a little
Right.
bit.
Yeah, not overboard.
Right.
Bambi on ice. That's what he looked like.
Somebody
You know,
yeah. Justin Bambi on ice. That's
Yeah.
yeah. He looks like baby Bambi.
Wait, who?
So,
And fucking Boyle.
hey, Liz, how are you?
Hey, Liz.
How are you? It was very exciting. I don't know what you want to break down. I mean, Panarin to me looked much better as the game went on. And Frankie the Rifle, come on. This guy's money.
We got to sign this guy. He's the perfect line mate for Zibanejad and Kreider. And
yes.
gotta get a little more out of Zibanejad.
Yeah.
Got to get a little more out of him.
A little more. And
Got to get a little more out of him. And the evil genius now has had 8.5 periods to figure out how to defend 2 players on the Pittsburgh Penguins, because those are the only guys that are doing anything. He's got to figure it out. You know, they keep getting stuck out there against the kid line, and he pulled Lafreniere aside in practice today to tell him he's doing a good job, even though it's his first playoff and he's out against the top line. Well, that line's played okay, but maybe you break them up because they're losing every time they're on the ice against Sid's line.
well, the face-offs are killing them too.
Well,
You
yeah.
get every offensive zone face-off. What?
Defensive zone face-offs are turning into immediate scoring chances for the Penguins every time.
And when you have an offensive zone, that's where you generate some chances. They lose every one.
But they did mention during the broadcast that Zibanejad was doing well on faceoffs. I don't know how you split them up without Goodrow, but Goodrow wasn't with him in game 1 anyway. He was on the 4th line, which I wasn't crazy about either.
Yes.
But I don't know what you do.
Well, Lafreniere has played really well. He's hitting and he's involved.
Yes.
I didn't see
But
so much
they're
from Kako
getting
last
beat.
night.
They're
What?
getting beat regularly by that first line. I mean, if it's
Why isn't he matching up lines?
I don't know. Ask Simon Bar Sinister.
Flubber?
Ask Flubber. Ask the absent-minded professor. Right, now we don't have the last change. We don't have the matchup.
I guess now it doesn't matter. I mean,
know.
it's not matching up.
It doesn't matter.
So.
I don't know.
Craig McKegg.
Face-off's a problem for the 95th straight year.
Yeah. Never get anybody who wins a face-off in this organization.
No, they won the most important face-off of my lifetime. That's all that really
That's
matters.
true. It was Craig McTavish.
Yeah, you know, and that's another thing. Face-offs have been a problem. You know, the mad genius in GM, he hired that referee to come in. Maybe we bring him back for a little refresher course or something, you know? Oh, what a genius. He hired his face-off guy, the referee.
They hired Don Koharski, that useless piece of garbage.
So some things to tighten up, but last night was much more the way I expected this series to look.
Jim, did you get the feeling after Pittsburgh tied it, that crowd was out of it?
When it was, when they made it 1-1?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think just because I just think that after game 1, when every time we got a lead and then a minute later, the game's tied again.
It's game 2. Like, I feel like this crowd thinks the Rangers are going to go on the route 9-0 every game. Don't they realize that it's
I think it's more the timing than anything else, because you're up, the music's playing, and then you sit. By the time you sit down, and then here's Gensel scoring a goal. I mean, they're coming back so fast on the Rangers that
okay,
you know,
a little shell shocked.
It's like you look down at the guy at the ATM and you see that big bag of money, and he's going to hand it to you, and then somebody comes along and sets it on fire right in front of your face. You know.
That was a good enough.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right.
Thank you.
Now,
Not just a hat rack, my friend.
10 out of 10.
Now, here's another thing I want to talk to you about, because you're more familiar with this stuff than I am. Well, I don't think you are, but maybe you are, and maybe you aren't.
All right.
Today on the terrestrial radio, there they were talking about the was it Mike Judge? Is that the guy's name? Aaron Judge.
The Yankees. Yes. Mike Judge was Beavis and Butthead. wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Sorry.
King of the Hill.
Okay. And
Bubba?
there were a couple other guys that Rizzo guy on the Yankees. He was there.
And Mayhew or
Yeah, right.
Right.
Okay. Well, they were talking about how I just want to know how you guys feel about this. This is again, it's
The beer chug?
yeah. They're talking about that Judge only had like a little amount of beer in his cup, and that wasn't manly, and that the fact that Judge and Mayhew had Ranger jerseys on with Rangers on the back, but that guy Rizzo had his own number with his own name on the back.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a little bit of inside information because I know for a fact that Aaron Judge went to the NHL store and bought that jersey before he went to the game.
Wow.
I know that for a fact because I know the guy that waited on him at the NHL store, and the guy posted it on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And he just waited on Aaron
Well,
Judge.
he paid his own
The guy
money.
that we ran into?
Yeah.
Remember that I said hello to?
Yeah.
Well, he posted on Facebook yesterday that he just waited on Aaron Judge. He came in to buy gear.
So he bought his own Ranger. What guy did he have?
Oh, I don't know.
Apparently he had a Ranger.
Yeah, I didn't notice who was on the back of the jerseys. So first of all, even though I'm not a Yankee fan, I thought the three of them being at the game, I'm all for it. I'm all for supporting New York. I'm all for New York athletes supporting other New York teams. I love the fact that they were drinking beer. I love the fact that they did it on camera. It was very Nick Mangold.
Right.
Yeah. And maybe he's not he didn't have much beer in his cup. Maybe he's not a beer drinker. Not all guys are.
Well, apparently that's become a thing at the Garden. I haven't seen it so much in hockey games, but apparently they do that. We're doing that a lot during the Knick game, having a celebrity chug a beer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I do love the intersport love in New York, like,
Right.
no matter who it is. So now I have utmost respect for those guys, except Rizzo. You never wear a jersey with your own name on it. Sorry, Charlie. I don't care if you're just a...
No?
No. If I saw you with a Schmiedeberg, I would chastise you.
You don't go for that? No can do?
No, I can't go for that. No can do. I mean, that's dumb. Unless it's your jersey you wear for a team, maybe. You play on an ice hockey team called the Rangers.
All right. I got to remember that. Don't get a jersey
You
with my own
think
name.
Mickey Mantle, if he was at the game, would have a quarter cup of beer?
Well, no. I thought you were going to say, would he have his own name on the jersey? But he didn't even have his name on his Yankee jersey. So no, he wouldn't have.
I don't know if they give. Why would they make a jersey?
Here's a good question for you. Could Mickey Mantle wear a number 7 jersey if it was a Rangers jersey with no name on the back and just the number 7?
You're getting scotch and Jack Daniels from the bottle.
Well, maybe that's what Aaron Judge drinks. Maybe he's just not a beer drinker.
I'm just telling you what they reported on the show. The
terrestrial.
I know, but I thought you did have a good insight to it because I had to ask you because I don't know.
We're what's new.
Jersey etiquette. I mean, hockey jersey etiquette. Don't put your own name on it. Sorry, unless you're part of a team that you play for and you got to put your name on it. Don't disgrace a Ranger jersey with your own pedestrian name.
Hang on a second. I got to return your Christmas present.
Come on. That's how I want it.
Okay.
Just don't put Goodrow. Don't put a Ranger name on the back. He'll get hurt.
Right.
Oh.
I never had one with my last name. I don't care.
First of all, you got to pay by the letter, and that's a long.
It would be hefty.
Yeah,
right.
we have to charge.
Double the price of the jersey.
Me, it's 5 letters or whatever it is. I don't even know how many letters my last name is. I have to count. 1, 2, 3.
Sean, they should have celebrities do a keep up.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, Drip. Tell you.
What else? What else you got, Robin?
Anything else in the news? I was glad to see the Yankees there and having a good time. Got to support the team.
The power play looked good. What did we get? 2 chances this game? 3 maybe?
It was 3, wasn't it? 3 or 4.
Really?
They were 1 for 4. The Penguins
Wow.
have good Penguins.
Oh,
have
I
a good
think at the end that the Penguins were just taking penalties.
Rangers still had 40 hits last night, by the way.
I'm not a big credence in the hit category because that usually means you're in your zone way too much. Once you got to hit people.
Ryan Reeves 6 hits.
No punches. I want to see the punches stats.
Yeah, see here.
Jabs.
Okay. Ryan Reeves had. Okay, I'll give you a better one. Kevin Rooney had 4 hits. Mika Zibanejad had 4 hits. Whose hits you think are harder?
Really. What was that guy's name? Fernie Pacheco or something?
Freddie Federico?
No, the guy used to do the fights. He used to keep the
Freddie Pacheco. Oh, the fight doctor?
Yeah, the fight doctor. That's what we need. How many punches? He does the punches thrown.
Freddie Pacheco, wasn't it?
Something like that. Of course, I butchered his name.
Ferdy Pacheco.
Who the hell names a guy named Ferdy?
It was Fernando.
Oh. All right, the fight doctor. We need
fight
him.
doctor.
Put him on the payroll. Is he alive?
Negative.
Oh, boy. Play the taps again. For Ferdy. Ferdy's in the dirty now.
He was Ali's fight doctor.
Ah.
Also dead.
Also dead. I mean, it's really just all about the taps for the Tonight Show. Hopefully be taps for these Penguins soon. Well, what else you got? We got
So funny.
I'm trying to think what else I wanted to comment on. You pretty much hit all the cylinders. What do you guys?
Jen said she loves the hits. The only way to beat the Pens is to physically pummel them.
That's what you said.
Well, the Rangers should. They're a taller team. They're a heavier team.
Is to also physically pummel them. I'm sorry.
Yes. I mean, but we don't want to go too overboard like in game 1 and come out and just, like you said, they paced themselves a little bit more in this game. I still think the only drawback to this whole win is this guy's a third string goalie. Okay. This is the thing. And it took him a while to crack him.
Yeah, but they did crack him.
That's true.
Skill over will.
Yes. Gonna watch the beautiful Tony D'Angelo tonight.
They had 5 goals on 40 shots. So
Yeah, I guess that's right. That's a good third string Domingue.
Louis
Domingue.
third string.
The spicy pork and broccoli Joe. And they were asking these guys on TNT what did they eat between like periods and like overtimes. Bryce Salvador said I would eat hot dogs. You really gonna eat a hot dog?
Hank said the same thing.
Really?
Yep. Said the same thing the other night on the MSG broadcast.
I don't know. That would give me agita.
I'd be out there burping up a storm.
That's what I'm saying. And you're burping in your mask and that smell coming
The
back.
entire defensive zone would smell like Sabretts.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. And then what else happened? They were talking about, somebody said potato chips. I don't know. I'm all over the place tonight.
Yeah, I think Hank said pizza too. He said pizza too, Hank.
Wow. Oh, wow. Pizza. What did
But I'm sorry, but and while that may be true, Hank does not look like a guy who eats hot dogs and pizza.
right? He's a
I
skinny
mean, really,
mini.
can you picture Hank with a big piece of pepperoni pizza, just grease dripping down his face? I mean, come on.
He looks like he would
What did Valaquette there? The I love
He eats spring rolls.
he's eating that Poe. What's it? POH? What's that called? Poe? Pa? Fa?
Faux.
Fangu.
PHO? Faux?
Yeah, Fo. Why did I call it Poe?
I don't know.
Oh,
Edgar Allan Faux?
Edgar Allan Poe. They're eating that pho. Valaquette is he's probably vegan, that twerp. And, he's got some.
He probably eats that macrobiotic bullshit and tofu.
That's what I said.
Like Hank, I could picture like Hank's got, the napkin, He's got he's got a filet mignon in front of him, and a nice roasted, something nice, a little asparagus. But Valaket, it's all tofu and macrobiotic kelp bullshit. Got one of those ugly green olive colored smoothies going, and
well, first of all, it's an insult to Hank to even have him in the broadcast. Why do we need two goalies? We got the best goalie.
Hank is so good in the studio. He really is.
And then
and it's great because he fumbles on some words because his English isn't perfect. There is an accent,
right.
So he does fumble on some words, which is kind of funny at times. But I think he's very insightful. He really is.
Yeah, and the thing is also you've got I feel like Valaket is trying to top Lundqvist in what he's saying. Listen, I want to hear from Henrik Lundqvist. I don't want to hear from this other whatever he is. You're like you kelp eating twerp.
Right. Right.
So Andrew Kopp comes through again, man. A Kopp, that Chris Drury's a genius.
All those moves have worked out, baby.
Yep. Somebody asked me was it Pettersson that ended Tyler Mott's season?
It might have been.
So this guy, if Ryan Reeves is going to take anybody out, he should be taking out this Pettersson dope who's injuring all our Rangers and being a scutch on the ice.
I'm looking it up. I don't remember. Oh, I have a question that came up during the game last night, and I need the
definitive answer.
I need to tap into the memories here of the group or yours if you remember. There was a game, and I don't remember if it was a playoff game, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody took a run at Hank in the crease, and Hank wound up on top of the guy, wailing on him like Ralphie in A Christmas Story. Do you remember who that was? That in the playoffs? Do you remember that? I mean, it was like one of the real times that I've really seen Hank just
lose
his shit. Somebody's got to remember who that was.
I will defer to some of my more.
I mean, he just started wailing on the guy in the crease, and I just don't remember who. I can't remember who it was. I'm sure somebody will remember. Dr. B is here.
Dr. B, how you doing? All the way from the Philippines.
It's already Saturday morning in the Philippines.
Good morning.
Wow. Is Lindgren going to play? Do you know? Because you're ahead of in the time machine.
Have you heard anything?
I don't know. We'll see. So there was that. I mean, I wish the Rangers. I don't know anything about the salary cap. You got your Steve Vogels is saying it's impossible to sign these guys in the off seasons. And how about Ryan Strome, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you detractors, my friend.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Hey,
takes his penalty and scores a goal. That's a Ryan
right.
Strome hat trick.
Ryan Strome hat trick. I like
Strome
that.
Hat trick. Takes a penalty, scores a goal.
Hey, I'll take it, man, as long as they kill off the penalty, which they did. And then he scores a goal, baby.
Right.
And we need those guys, especially with Zibanejad. Let's say right now, would you say he's underperforming? You mentioned it before. He's got to score.
It was Anthony Angelo, not D'Angelo, Angelo that hit Mott.
I knew that Tony DeAngelo was a bad seed. No, Anthony Angelo, who Sean McCaff is following on Twitter as well.
Mott started skating. Gallant said he's not sure if Mott will join the team in Pittsburgh.
Right there. I don't even want to hear what he has to say. Sorry, Jim.
Well, in fairness, Gallant might not even know the team is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He could be wandering around Cincinnati looking for the arena.
The absent-minded professor.
Right.
Oh, man. Dr. Bushman is on a dial-up over there in the Philippines. 1G.
Right.
Whatever he's on there. So, the Rangers, I think, with the goaltending the way it is, and if the Rangers can just, again,
What?
after game 1, I wanted them to button it up. They still got to
Oh.
button it up more.
Play it.
Matt, send me that. Can you send me that video real quick on Facebook? I'll put it up. Just send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Joe.
Max Pacioretty, Joe.
Oh, Chris
Oh,
Kreider
Lundqvist.
ran. Chris Kreider ran Carey Price 20 years ago. Let's still hold things against the 52 goal scorer. What about Pacioretty? Not in the playoffs, by the way.
Right to the goal.
Let's see this. I'm interested. Can I get any that guy Pedersen, Tyler Mott confirmation?
No, I just told you it was Anthony Angelo.
That was the one that was on Lundqvist.
No, that was no.
Oh, okay.
Pacioretty was on Lundqvist. Anthony Angelo was on Tyler.
Oh, okay, I got it straight. Okay, so it wasn't. Okay. I remember Joe and Sam. I mean, absolutely gushing about Anthony Angelo. All right, let's do this. What year is this?
It goes wide, the net's back on.
Whoa!
Oh
my!
And he goes right back at him.
Fantastic. Oh,
Henrik's thrown more punches there than Reeves has thrown all year.
He grabbed it with his glove.
he said Henrik threw more punches than Reeves has all year. There's Michael Sauer. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Eddie, it's Michael Sauer.
I think he got a concussion on this play.
Lundqvist had enough.
Hank was. Oh, this is a long time ago. Look how young.
He's half parted on the side almost.
Yeah.
2000.
Oh, that's worth watching.
Wow. That's a long time ago.
Gianta, save, Lundqvist, big rebound. It goes wide, the net's back on. Lundqvist was right into Pacioretty, and he goes right back at him.
Damn, it was a hard shot by.
Oh, Joe.
Oh,
wow.
Joe,
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that.
yes, Matt. Good find, baby.
That was just, I was afraid I was going to watch it, and it wasn't as great as I remembered it, but it was.
I can't believe you remembered that. That's great.
Well, like I said, it was the one time I could. I mean, like we saw him get pissed off at times, like when he said "fuck you" to all the Ottawa fans on
Right.
the way off the ice after they beat him. We saw him pissed, but that was. I mean, he was enraged.
Usually he's pissed at his own team.
Right.
Throwing them
Usually
under the bus.
Girardi. Usually he was pissed at Girardi.
Yep. Thank God. Derek Stepan, the only man who told him to go F off.
Right, and got traded for his efforts.
Yes. Oh, Hank was running the team.
He was gone faster than Marilyn Monroe.
Gone faster than Ferdy Pacheco. All right. What else we got to talk? I got to run, guys. I mean, an hour's about all I could do.
All right.
What else you want to? You have anything? Like?
Well, I got. I'm glad we got to talk to everybody for an hour and hang out.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys Sunday night. That'll be a big show. That one will be on YouTube.
Thank you, Jen.
And then Eddie and I will be back just here quietly with you guys on Tuesday after game 4.
Big show's on Sunday, correct?
The big show is Sunday, 7:00. All right with you?
Yeah, Sunday. I got nothing going on.
All right. So we'll see you Sunday on the YouTubes at 7:00.
Take care, everybody. I love you.
All
Let's go, Rangers. Let's take game 3, baby.
Have a good show tonight, my friend. Always
Thank
a pleasure.
you.
We love you guys. Good night, everybody. That's what. Oh yeah. That's what. Oh yeah. Hold on.
What?
I forgot the happy song. If they kick us off now, who cares?
We are the people we've been waiting for. We are the people we've been waiting for.